What is up, and welcome everybody. It is Snap the Marvel here, and today we're going to be taking a look at two cards from the season, both Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. I've been a little under the weather here lately, so I didn't have the video out last week for Corvus Glaive, but they work together excellent, as of course in the comics their characters are married, so their abilities go together in the game. So I figured, why not make this deck combining the both of them into this excellent discard deck. So let's get into what we're running in the deck. We have Meek. For obviously, as much as discarding as we're going to be doing, he's going to be moving around a bunch and getting up to pretty substantial power. We have Black Knight in here. It works well with our Proxima Midnight. If we get that combo off with Corvus Glaive or something like that, it gives another 4/7 in the Ebony Blade, but it's safe, from being moved, having his power reduced, and anything like that, of course, so that's nice. We have Blade in here. Works well with any of our cards that will want to get discarded, but specifically goes good with Proxima Midnight and Apocalypse. We have Morbius in here. Obviously, he's going to get great power levels with all the discard we're doing. We, of course, have Corvus Glaive for the synergy with Proxima Midnight, and his additional energy that he grants is very useful. For a lot of times I was able to get a couple of cards down on turn 6, or play a card and then play Blade alongside of it for a nice extra boost on Apocalypse that led into Dracula. Various different play options you have there, so excellent addition to this deck. We have Lady Sif, of course, to target Apocalypse specifically, and in some games it hit our Hela, and that was fine. It was able to boost up our Morbius and kind of clear out our hand for our Dracula or other discard plays we were doing. Dracula in here, mainly he was in here to target Apocalypse, but if he hits something like your Proxima Midnight, if that's in your hand at the end, then she will still jump out, and then him getting to a 4/7 or really a 4/8, it's not too bad on stats, or really anything else that here is going to be good for his power. We discussed already Proxima Midnight. Anything that any discard activator that hits her, she's going to jump out at that 4/7 power to the board for free. If you do it with Corvus Glaive, of course, you get the 3/5 stats plus the energy plus 2 discards to build your Morbius and possibly build up an Apocalypse. Plus, you're getting the Proxima Midnight a 4/7 for free. So these two, when their combo plays out together, is just a ridiculous amount of power and stats just going crazy for you. So we have Black Cat in here as well, because it'll discard itself and then just boost up the Morbius. And Meek actually doesn't work with Meek, but have that in here. Then if you have something like, you get your Black Knight down, Black Cat discards yourself, then that's a 4/9. So then you get the stats of Black Cat, and then you can bring her back with Hela for an additional 4/9 on the board. A lot of different options. We have MODOK in here to just clear out everything in your hand, usually towards the end of the game, of course. Sometimes we use that and it hits Hela or hits some of these other discard activators. Usually we're using it to just get as many discards as we can and build up our Morbius and Apocalypse for Dracula. We have Hela in here, of course, for if we discard some of our other discard activators, then we bring them back at the end of the game. They hit Apocalypse a bunch of times, or Proxima if she's still in hand, then it puts all those into play or builds it up for Dracula to hit. And then, of course, we have Apocalypse in the deck because he just gets to ridiculous levels of power. He's excellent for when you need to play him for the high power, or to leave in your hand if you have Dracula on the board for that much more of an explosive power for a card in lane. So, having covered all of that, we're going to get into the gameplay examples. I had a lot of success with this deck. It's very fun to play. It just felt like there was always something I could counter, no matter what my opponent was playing, no matter what the locations was, and no matter really what my draw pattern was. It felt like there was always an answer, always something you could do. And I would definitely recommend, even if you kind of skip through some of the other clips, definitely watch the last gameplay highlight in here. It was a big AQ game. I mean, I got the perfect combo off in order. Everything played out excellent. I got a super tall Apocalypse, and then Dracula hit him at the end. Had my Proxima jumping out. It was the perfect discard match. Took him for 8 cubes. It was fantastic. So definitely, if you don't watch all the other ones, skip and watch that one at the end. That was my favorite and the best example of the performance that this deck is capable of. I played 17 games with it. I was 13-4, had a 72% win rate with it, so very competitive right now. Other options you have to swap out some of these cards, you could like swap out a Black Cat or a Lady Sif for something like Stature, because with these last 2 cards of the season being discard, you're seeing a lot of other discard decks, so then you get a Stature typically for 1 cost without having to include something like a Black Bolt or a Moon Knight or whatnot. Before I had Black Knight in here, I actually had Helicarrier. That's a nice option when you hit that with something like a Blade or whatever, and then you have a bunch of cards in your hand to hit with MODOK. Then you get a ridiculous power on Morbius, and then again, then you can have some higher power options in your hand for your Dracula at the end of the game. So these gameplay examples cover each of the different builds that I did of this deck. They were all excellent. They all won games. Super fun to play. So we'll get into those. I hope you enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Okay, turn 1 here, we go Meek. I'll put it left side. It's going to move around a bit, so it doesn't matter too much where we put it down. Got lucky there with priority. Electra would have not been good for us there. We go Lady Sif. We'll play it into Quantum Tunnel. Let's hope it hits our Apocalypse, not Hela. Perfect. It's always the risk with playing Hela decks. When I play discard, I try and avoid Hela in the build if possible. It's just hard to play with Hela and Lady Sif, because it seems like you always draw Hela first. Okay, so it's going to pull our Black Cat from Quantum Tunnel. We'll get our Dracula down. Then we'll get our Morbius and Corvus Glaive out of our hand by the end of the game. I think we go Corvus Glaive, Quantum Tunnels. We'll see what it can pull for us. Obviously, we run the risk of discarding our Hela here or Morbius. I'd be fine discarding Morbius. Obviously, we can bring it back with Hela. Okay, no problem. Then swap for... Oh, okay, of course. Swaps for Lady Sif, gets rid of the Hela. Regardless, though, we're going to be able to get a big APOC for our Dracula to hit, so we just go Blade into Quantum Tunnel. Whatever gets pulled from Quantum Tunnel will have more power than Blade, so that's already a benefit of playing it there. So we just do that. We should pretty certainly win right side, and then Dracula hits Apocalypse for 20 power. Never mind, he hits him for 24 power. There's no way they win right side. There's no way. Perfect. That's game. That is perfect. Boom. So a near perfect discard game, except for the fact that we discarded our Hela and Morbius, the 2 cards. The only 2 cards that you don't want discarded in a game. But Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive work together perfectly as the deck is intended for. So that went excellent. Okay, turn 1, we're going to go Meek. We won't go into Tarnax V. He's a card that we want to keep. Some of our other on-reveal cards we could probably put into Tarnax. It's a bit of a gamble, but we'll see how these other locations play out. We go Morbius. I don't want to play it mid. I have terrible luck with locations, but especially things like Danger Room. Anything that I play that I want to keep is certainly going to get destroyed, and vice versa. If I play a destroy deck and I put something in a Danger Room, it's not going to get hit. Okay, a bit unlucky. We hit Hela. Hitting Dracula wouldn't be great, but if we brought it back, it would be alright. We'll just put Dracula down or go mid with it. Save Blade until we have a target. I think we're set up pretty well. Probably also we play Blade into Tarnax. Tarnax 4 just for the potential, maybe we get some benefit from it. Okay, opponent's playing would play Man-Thing, so probably playing a toxic type of deck. Probably one where they play Hazmat down, try and get that activated multiple times. As well as a Luke Cage type of thing. I think we play Black Cat for the power. No, I think we leave it. We use Blade, it'll discard Black Cat, but then we play the Tarnax V, see what we get. That way we can bring her back. We can't bring it back, but then it counts towards a discard for Morbius. Okay, gets us to Sunspot, which is pretty good, and our hand is empty, so the Doc Ock play gets ruined. The Sunspot goes up really tall. Let's see what we draw this turn. Okay. Obviously, we hold APOC. Unless we draw a Helicarrier next turn, then we should be good. Either one that we play, we get another discard counted towards Mobius. Hopefully we draw MODOK, and then we go MODOK into right side. If we draw Sif, probably right side as well. Hit APOC, Drac hits him at the end of the game. Either way, our Sunspot's going to go up substantially right now. Also, just like I thought, the Luke Cage, so they probably just didn't get their Hazmat draw like they wanted. Of course, we draw a Helicarrier. It's not bad. We play it for the power. We play it. You're gonna play it right side. That way we are up by power in all the lanes. We'll only be up one right side. Then the end of the game, yeah, Drac hits APOC, goes up to 12. We should be safe mid, and then left side we're ahead by so much. I think we got it, and our Sunspot will gain +3. Anyways, there we go. There's the Hazmat play. Hazmat play again. We are safe though. Sunspot gets a boost. Drac gets the APOC boost, and we are. Is that? Do we win there, right? It's 11. Yes, we're good. Okay, so similar to the previous one, again, we actually discarded our Hela, but we didn't even need it. Corvus Glaive and Proxima, again, controlling the board in our hand with the discards. It was perfect. Alright, so turn 1 here, we're going to play Black Knight down. We'll go left side, probably play Morbius mid, maybe left. I like to kind of save the right location until I know what it is before I play too many cards there. Just in case, because I've been known to, I've had games where I play into it and then it's, you know, a space throne or something like that. Or something where you it's just disadvantageous sometimes to play into it. Okay, we'll just play Corvus Glaive. Of course, it hit the Ebony Blade. I didn't want that, but we will make it do. We just go Helicarrier for the power, I think. Unfortunately, all of our discard activators are in the deck. Besides MODOK, our big important one that we discarded. We gotta retreat here. I don't think there's any way we can win here. We have nothing to trigger a discard besides Dracula. No, I think we risk it. I think we risk it. We go Dracula. If it hits APOC, it's a 12 power, and then Morbius goes up. If it hits Proxima, she jumps mid for 10 power. I think it's okay. Not a great scenario. Okay, so they just go Dracula, so we should win anyways. Because we win left, then we win mid because they didn't play there. So I'm kind of glad we stuck with that one. It was, again, we always have times where the discards don't line up right. You hit something that you wanted to be able to play. We was able to make that work. Okay, so we got Black Vortex again. And no turn one play. We are set up pretty well. We have we have now pretty much all of our discard activators in hand, as well as Proxima, who benefits, and then Dracula, who kind of does both. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and get Morbius down. Right side, next turn, we probably play... We'll see what we draw. Maybe we play Sif if we get our APOC or something. Alright. Now we'll play Dracula so that that's out of our hand. Our Black Cat's gonna get discarded as well. Then we'll play Corvus Glaive. Hopefully, when we play Corvus, it won't hit our MODOK. If it does, it's not that bad. Really, I just mainly want it to hit Proxima. And in fact, we'll play Blade first. We hit the MODOK, then we play Corvus, but we guarantee that we hit Proxima. Blade's going to turn into a 6 cost. We'll have to wait and we'll have to figure out, if that's going to help or hurt us. Helicarrier, so just give us some power. No help, no harm. Or some help, but no harm. Then last turn, I think do we just skip the turn? Can we afford to do that? Alright, let's see. Let's assume our opponent can play 2 cards, so they need to play 8 power left side to win, and 2 power mid. I don't think they can do both, and they're full on the right, and we just have to let our Dracula discard. So I think we can just skip the turn. Okay, do we win mid though? What else do we play? Okay, we win mid, so we're good because we're just gonna discard, and then we're safe because Morbius goes up too. So a little close there. Little close there with the Shang-Chi and Doctor Doom on their side. But yet again, Corvus and Proxima combo was able to pull off the victory. Okay, getting into turn 1. Pretty good. We have our Morbius in hand. We're going to go ahead and get our Meek down, then we'll get Morbius. Then we have Corvus Glaive. So right off the bat, good tempo for our plays. Perfect will actually get Morbius down mid, and he should be able to get pretty tall. Plus we get Black Knight, so then when we play Corvus, he hits hopefully Apocalypse first, which would give us a 412 Ebony Blade, which would be fantastic. Let's see what else we draw. Okay, so we're going to discard Hela, but I think if he hits Apoc first and then we get that 412 Ebony Blade, we'll be just fine. Okay, so we got it. We got it. Then as long as we don't need Hela, as long as we get our Dracula down so you can hit Apoc. We'll go ahead and play our Ebony Blade down. We don't want to discard it. Then we'll play MODOK next turn. Okay, let's see what else we draw. Perfect Proxima. So this game is certainly in the bag. Yeah, we discard both of these. Meek will go up by 2 power move. That doesn't matter very much for us, but our Morbius is going to get huge. Proxima is going to jump out, and Apocalypse keeps getting taller and taller. And then if we get our Dracula, this game will be amazing. Oh, we could not have got a more perfect combo there. Look at that. We're going to play Dracula right, because even if we play it mid, it moves over, no problem. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, I have a student. What's the other one going to be? It's not Tribunal, right? They can't afford to play that. Oh. Oh, I see. They have a Sarah down as well. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. So Morbius goes up, so we tie mid, and then we win right side. That was perfect. The combos were to the T what we needed in every single turn. That was just a fantastic discard game. We got the Corvus and Proxima down in combo. We got every piece playing in order, working together. That was fantastic.